Hello guys, today we learned about the topic tissues. We know all living organisms are made up of cell. Yes, the questions are arise, what is cell? Yes, cell is a structural and functional unit of living organism. Cell is a structural and functional unit of living organism. Do cells have life? Yes, body cells made up of oxygen and form cellular respiration. That means we breathe. All the cells join together form a tissues. Yes, all the cells join together form a tissue. What is tissues or define a tissues? Define a tissue. A group of cells that are similar in structure and work together to achieve a particular function to form a tissues. The all living organisms are made up of cells. In unicellular organisms, a single cell performs all basic functions. Example, in amoeba, a single cell carry out functions, intake of food and respiratory gases, respiration and excretion. In multicellular organisms, there are millions of cells. Multicellular organisms are millions of cells. Most of these cells are specialized to carry out a few functions. Each specialized functions in taken up by different group of cells. Since these cells carry out only a particular functions, they do it very efficiently. For example, in human beings, so many cells are there, they do different functions in human beings. For example, muscle cells do contract and relax to causes of movement, and nerve cells carry messages from one place to another place of the body, and blood flows to transport oxygen and food, and also hormones, waste materials, and so on. And also in plants, vascular tissues conduct food and water from one part to the other part of the uh, parts of the plant body. So this means that particular function is carried out by a cluster of cells at a definite place in the body. Each organ is further made up of smaller parts called tissue. A tissue is a group of similar cells performing a specific functions in the living organisms. So, the cell is a living organism is the basic structural unit. The questions are arised, plant and animals made up of same type of tissues. Let us compare their structure and functions. Noticeable differences are, yes, plants are stationary. That means they're fixed. They do not move from one place to another place. And plants have supportive tissues which provide structural strength. And plants contain dead tissues and dead cells which provides mechanical strength to the plant. And plant needs less maintenance. We know plants needs less maintenance compared to the animals. Animals on the other hand more around in a search for food, water and shelter consume more energy when they are search for food around the forest and something else. So animals spend more energy for searching for food and water and shelter. So, and major difference, that is pattern of growth. Major difference is pattern of growth compared to the plants and animal. For example, the growth of plant is limited to certain regions, while this is not so in animals. There are some tissues in plants that divide throughout their life. These tissues are localized in certain regions based on dividing capacity of the tissues. The various plant tissues can be classified as growing or meristematic tissues and permanent tissue. For example, the meristematic tissue is continuously dividing in the tip of the plant, but cell growth in animals is more uniform compared to plants. And now it's clear the plant cells and animal tissues difference. So next class we discuss about type of plant tissues. Thank you for listening.